Penalty is an important issue. So if the term is closed and you want to get out or do something with the mortgage, a penalty could be incurred. And the penalties range. So if you have a variable mortgage, it's pretty cut and dry. They charge you 3 months interest rate penalty. If you have a fixed rate mortgage, it's very different. They bring out what's called interest rate differential. So it's a really flexible thing. So you could have two great A lenders, both with the same rate, both with the same amortization, everything's the same, mortgage amount's the same, everything's the same, yet on the IRD, it could be dramatically different. So one lender could say, well, $2,500, another could say $8,500, and that's the way it goes. And so knowing the fine print of that, like knowing what the features are and what the actual fine print is pretty huge. You know, if you get an equity mortgage, and again, they're done where the credit scores are lower, the penalties on those are usually big or bigger. So again, with that type of mortgage, a really smart thing to do is maybe position for maybe a 2-year or 1 year, 2-year or 3-year term. So what that allows is basically the client's probably going to take that time to get rebuilt or get repositioned, but it's not too long because they don't need the mortgage that long. And then, you know, if it's in the 4th year, they would have to pay a penalty. So going for like a 2 or 3 year term on some situations is wise, but the penalty is a really huge issue. And it's one that really the clients don't really address until you know, when they need it, when they sell their house or they refinance. The other thing with a penalty is, say you're with one lender that you need $20,000 more, you are breaking that mortgage, but if you stay with the existing lender, they could maybe blend the rate, so you're getting an in-between rate, which is okay, but you're not paying a penalty. So there's a lot of ways to look at it, but knowing the features on that is actually, it can be pretty significant. And then some banks have you know, if you sell your home, they might have one layer or one tier for selling, and then another, if you refinance and go with another bank, a competitor, they might look at that differently, but every bank is different. It's the one area where it's very up in the air, and then even between banks, it's really hard to judge what's going to happen. So it's a very gray area, basically.